successful one to 55 for 4. Has been getting quite gloomy in the last 20 minutes or so. The rain jackets are coming on. Some light rain falling here at Kingsmead. This is always going to be the challenge. Getting on, getting off. Just joining us, the rain, which has stayed away from the first part of the morning, has arrived, and it's got quite gloomy in the last 30 minutes, and the ground staff just standing by. Play still underway for now, but just get a sense that edging towards a lunchtime here on day one at Kingsmead. Bahrain has faced 6 deliveries, yet to get off the mark.
I think we always knew whoever was going to be batting today was going to be challenging, but the bowlers had to step up to the mark. And this is Kumar. We've heard quite a bit about him over the last little while. There's the 2 wickets, 2 big wickets that he's picked up so far, right in the middle. Big smiles, didn't take the new ball. And he's certainly a firebrand, that's for sure, and someone who gets really pumped up, and he will lift his entire team. So it is hard because of the grass on the surface. Track's nice and hard. To prepare its hard surface, 7 days. They start on 20th of the month to prepare for this test match. It's the first time this pitch has been used this summer. And he was a bit disappointed, of course, when there was a bit of rain around, but he knew there's every chance that could happen. He's the head groundsman at the moment. At Kingsmead, 14 hours of covers. It's just made it a little bit challenging for the batsman today. Put on the covers last night at about 8 o'clock. Took them off this morning nice and early. Had to put them back on again for a couple of hours. So a little bit of moisture and a little bit of a green tinge.
Yeah, that was this morning around 7:20. A couple of downpours overnight. Super Supper was hard at work to dry up the surface. But you have to say the groundsmen, they've done an excellent job to get play on the way at 9:30, as we were supposed to start.
It is Wonder Boy's first test match. He was a little bit nervous this morning. Early bird always catches the worm.
Nice one, Hayes.
Giving your age away there, Hayes.
Evan Flint is also involved here, doing some consultancy work with KZN Cricket. He was up at the Lions and, of course, spent many years in Cape Town. But the ground staff here for many years have just done such a good job. It's good that the umpires chose to stay out, because that little bit of drizzle has almost just moved along, a couple of the grey clouds with it. But we could have a couple of stop-starts in this test match. There's some rain predicted throughout the next couple of days. More sunshine than rain. So look at 4 bowlers used today so far, 2 for 18 for Kamara.
South African batsmen were thinking, gee, that's great, thanks very much. A little bit of rain, just freshen up the surface a bit.
Edged away through the slip cordon for 4. Verreynne will open up his account.
Yeah, a bit of fortune here for Kyle Verreynne. Again, wide of the crease and just straightening a little bit, squares him up. But fortunately for Kyle Verreynne, played it soft hands. It's in the process, got the ball to go down and not up.
It's not often you get opposition bowlers who come in here and just try too much at Kingsmead. And I think the experience Sri Lanka have picked up here since 2011, they've come out here. Yes, they didn't start so well, but just the way they've been able to settle down, including Kumara went for 17 in that first over of his.
Yeah, I think the big thing, especially for subcontinent teams touring South Africa, is the style of bowling in South Africa that you need to adopt. Very often, subcontinent bowlers will look for a bit of swing, whereby they'll offer up a bit of width, which was exactly what happened at the start of this innings. But they've made that adjustment very early to just try and use the surface, use the nip, the zip off the surface. That is what's going to make you effective in South African conditions.
The other thing also is that Lahiru Kumara is not the tallest guy, so he's someone who he bowls briskly. I guess he's around about 5'11".
Did all the hard work, but unfortunately not to be. That will be 4.
And for the second time in this over, a boundary in that region. As a bowler, you won't be too upset. Although bowlers, you hate boundaries being scored of you, but you take that as a win. Yeah, well played by Temba Bavuma. Soft hands, let the ball come to him. And like I said, he's done all the hard work, but could not hold it in.
Don't want to talk up Bavuma, but we were talking in an early stint. He hasn't been playing for 7 or 8 weeks, but he's been able to come out here and absorb that pressure. Oh boy! Just as we're talking up Temba Bavuma, the soft dismissal down leg. And South Africa lose wicket number 5.
And he stood there for a while. And he didn't look to review. He's just standing around now. He started to walk towards the change room. Has he actually reviewed in the end? Just checking for a front foot no ball, we understand. So there certainly was some connection, because he didn't send it upstairs. He was walking towards that pavilion. Could this be 6 down or just still the 5? So these fast bowlers always have a few issues with the no balls, and it looks like this one might be a no ball as well. Yes, it is. Well, there's a life. He's fought hard and he's got a life, Temba Bavuma. Kumara, of course, is very disappointed, but you've got to make sure you got something behind that line, either grounded or raised.
And there's confirmation. That line belongs to the umpire, and there's absolutely nothing behind it. Kumara. That would have been wicket number 99. Yeah, there's confirmation of the glove on the way through to the wicketkeeper as well. But hey, I tell you guys what, it's fortune for Temba Bavuma being dropped and now being caught off a no ball.
Relief for Temba Bavuma and relief for Cass Naidu too, because the Bavuma brigade was coming for me on Twitter, I can tell you that. I set up the commentators curse really well, but Temba Bavuma saved by the no ball. Can he make this count? A second let off the day so far, and disappointment for Kumara, who has bowled so well. It would have been his 3rd wicket so far.
Yeah, just imagine if they were 5 down. I think I mentioned 6. Just imagine if they were 5 down in the first couple of hours of play of the first Test match. After playing so well over the last couple of years, Sri Lanka, when they've come to South Africa, it would have been an extraordinary start. It's an outstanding start already. 4 for 70 with 2 balls shy of 20 overs.
Yeah, it's almost like Temba Bavuma didn't expect the short ball from Kumara. He's so used to the ball being pitched up, being moving around of a fuller length. And Kamara, yeah, it's a no ball, but he surprised him. But unfortunately, he will have to work for that wicket again. And perhaps next time, keep that foot behind the line.
Bowling coach Vernon Philander from commentary. I hope he's listening. Nicely played down the ground by Verena. A classy shot for 4.
That's a lovely punch. Nice and straight, no flourish. End of the over, 20 done. 74 for 4.
Yeah. 17 runs off the 20th over. South Africa 74 for 4. And this partnership now is rocked along to 20 off just 19 deliveries. That's not the problem. The issue is the number of wickets that have lost so far. The fact that they could very well have had 5 down had it not been for that no ball.
Yeah, that was the last ball of the previous over, and Carl Verena, he's had his technical difficulties with the ball being run back at him. That's a much better position he found himself in. He's in full control of that shot.
Yeah, that's it. He got himself into such a good position and he was able to play that with such ease. Those are some of the shots that we've really seen from him in the last couple of months or so, really coming into his own in Test match cricket as Carl Verena.
Christian Fernando now with a bit of left arm. Maybe too much swing around at the moment, but the left arm poses a different threat.
No ball, but now we have it wide.
Yeah, there's confirmation. Fortunately for Temba, it was a no ball, but ultra edge indicating that there was a little tickle on the way through to the wicketkeeper.
Finds the gap, and it's racing away towards the boundary for 4. The runs flowing here for South Africa. Scores up to 79 for 4.
A nice confident movement from Temba Bavuma. It's a shot that he plays often, either in front of square on the offside or just behind. Plenty of time just to open that blade and just run it away. No great flourish. Good shot.
Early call from Bavuma.
And this one, Fernando has a bit of Chaminda Vaas to him, doesn't he? Certainly reminds us of the great Chaminda Vaas. Oh, I tell you what, he was some bowler.
He has an almost identical in-swinger to Chaminda Vaas. A lot of people have likened him to Vaas, just also the attitude that he has, always wanting to bowl. What a star player Vaas was.
One thing about Chaminda Vaas, I mean, he was bowling coach as well. He would have been helping Mr. Fernando, but Chaminda Vaas's record away from Sri Lanka was extremely impressive, not just in Sri Lanka. So he was one of those guys who used to take great pride in his work and used to lead that pack terrifically for a long, long time. Superb player.
Again, just a little bit of drizzle. Nothing to trouble anyone. So for a couple of deliveries to lunch.
Yeah, you just get the feeling that he's trying to set him up for the in-swinger. Sanjay Surya, a coach these days. He'd have played with Chaminda Vaas, of course. He'd be a fantastic mentor to a lot of these youngsters. He's been out there, faced the music as a player. Now reverting those skills from a coaching perspective. I think the umpires are having a little bit of a chat because this drizzle has just gone a touch heavier. Yeah, they're calling up for the covers.
Yeah, I think it's really important, actually. There's not too much rain on this pitch right now. There was quite a bit when it rained for a while before. The umpire stayed out there. We've only got a couple of minutes to go before lunch on day one, so I think this is a common sense move, being so close to that lunch interval, to get the covers out there and get it covered so that we can continue and things are going to be fine afterwards. Chaminda Vars, Vernon, 355 test wickets, an average of just a shade under the 30 mark. Magnificent work. 12 fifers and a couple of 10s.
Yeah, also taking into consideration that you've played most of those test matches in the subcontinent. He had some control. That left arm swinger against the right-handers was some sight to behold for years for Sri Lankan cricket.
Yeah, 111 tests, you're right. So many in Sri Lanka. Superb stuff. They'll be happy, Sri Lanka, that's for sure. What a performance, the first almost 2 hours. Winning the toss, you've got to make sure you strike with the new ball. They did that. They adjusted after 2 overs and really got it right. That bowling unit will be very pleased with the work they've done.
For sure, Will Hayes. It's incredible to have a session like this, especially that opening session, being able to pick up 4. It could very well have been 5 wickets. But have a look at how animated they are. They would have been happy with the work done, but no, there's a great opportunity here to stamp their approval, their authority early on in this test match.
Yeah, they'd certainly be happy with the processes that they followed. Those 4 seamers for Sri Lanka, and they will definitely take 80 for 4 at lunch on day one.
So just a reminder, the Sri Lanka team winning the toss earlier today, electing to field first. Just for those of you joining us, play has been stopped with 2 deliveries to go to the luncheon interval here in Durban. It's been rain forecast for today, but really good to have had some cricket underway in that first session.
It's got a bit of sunshine coming through now. I think that rain has almost stopped as well, so that's good news, and augurs well for the rest of the day as well, hopefully. No new drops on that camera lens.
Early wickets for Sri Lanka. Markram and Dazorzi are back in the change room with single figures. And hard fight between Bavuma and Stubbs, and a double wicket break by courtesy Kumara. South Africa 80 for 4 as rain stops play here at Kingsmead.
Yeah, it's certainly been a morning for the bowlers here at Hollywood Bets Kingsmead. A wicket apiece for both Fernandos. And then Larry Kumaro, 2 for 35. 2 big blows, Stubbs and Bellingham, to propel South Africa to 80 for 4 at lunch here on day one.
Covers coming on here at Kingsmead. And just having a look at this opening session on day one of this first test match. Sri Lanka, after winning the toss and electing to field first, picks up 4 wickets. South Africa 80 for 4 in 20.4 overs. Bavuma will resume on 28, Verena on 9. Now we'll take a short break and be back with you with Pami Mbangwa in a short bit.